I was very bothered, Rabotai. Welcome everyone. I was very bothered with this pshat, and I need everybody's help on this one. And this, we're going to speak about the topic of honor. It's a very important topic. You heard? Yonatan. It's about honor. We're speaking about honor. A lot of times people don't speak about that too much, but we're going to speak about it. It's very, very important. Everybody needs it. And we're going to explain what it is exactly. Like this. You see in the Pasuk, where Hashem tells Moshe, ויצווה בני ישראל ואל פרעה מלך מצרים להוציא את בני ישראל מארץ מצרים. He tells Paro, Hashem tells Moshe and Aaron to speak to Paro. And this pasuk is in pasuk Yud Gimel. And Rashi says, Tziva alehem, he commanded them, lanhigam, Tziva alav, lachlok lo kavod. He told him that he has to give kavod to Paro. That's Midrash Tanchuma says, and that's what Rashi quotes. So again, Hashem is commanding Moshe and Aaron, when they go speak to Paro, make sure you give him kavod. Now, if you look later on in the next parasha, it says that he gave Paro kavod. How? You remember the last makah? Makat, he says, oh, but we're going to have one last one. Says, that's it, get out of here, I don't want to talk to you anymore, get out. So the pasuk says over there, you're going to see your servants are going to come back to ask me to free them. Now really, it wasn't his servants, it was really who? It was really Paro himself. So in the pasuk, if you look later on, it says, "Vayardu kol avadecha ela alai." Moshe says, you want me to leave now, but guess what? Your servants are going to come back to me. Which means he was really speaking about Paro is going to be. And Rashi says, Chalak kavod l'malchut. He didn't say you're going to come to me. Your servants are going to come to me. So therefore you see that he gave him kavod. Now, that being said, this is the $1 million question. Why? Why? You imagine right now you're speaking to an individual who is making the Jewish people suffer. Imagine you have a guy, he's making the Jewish people suffer. You're going to go give him kavod, and you know Hashem's with you, and Hashem says, make sure you give him the honor. What honor? This guy, I'm going to give him honor for what? For what? For what? How? Makes sense? Any sense to you? And it says the Psukim say that yes, Moshe and Aaron obeyed and he gave them honor. He gave him honor. He spoke to him with a kingship. How could it be? What is the understanding? Tonight before you leave this Be'er Midrash, you're going to get the full understanding to it. But everybody hears that question because we have to dissect right now what's kavod. We know that Rabbi Akiva's students passed away. Lo nahagu kavod zelazeh. They didn't be nohek kavod to each other. Now you say to yourself, whoa. Where's the midah keneged midah? Where is the measure for measure? Everything is measure for measure. Where is the measure for measure here? And the answer to that question is that, look, like we said, we are created, we have 3 partners in our creation, every person. The mother, the father, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now, when a person passes away, his body's still here, so his mother and father's items are still here. But the neshama, his soul is gone. So what happens is, when you don't honor somebody, why don't you honor him? Because you see, he has eyes, I have eyes, he has nose, I have nose. He has, what does he have different than anybody else? Why should I give him any honor? Why should I give him any honor? And the answer is because he has a piece of God in him. Hashem blew a piece of God in him. And that means if you can't recognize that it's a piece of God in him, then that means you're not giving him that respect. Then you took that away from him. So therefore Hashem says, okay, fine, let's take your neshama. This is a high level of understanding. Take a neshama, midah keneged midah. Why? Because you're not recognizing the goodness that this person has. He has a piece of God in him. When you see that person, when you see a person that has a Tzelem Elokim, it's a real thing. It's not a joke. If you look at the first perek of Mesilat Yesharim, the Ramchal says that every person has a soul in them that is greater than the malachim themselves. You know what a malach is? A malach. You know what an angel is? That means you sitting in this room, you yourself have something so great in you that even greater than an angel. Do you hear what's going on over here? You have even something that's in you that's even greater than an angel. Now everybody needs that respect. And why is that? Because we're built with it. Now, if you don't feel, one of the Rabbeinu Yonah's Sefarim, he wrote a few Sefarim, a lot of Sefarim. One of the main one was, we know, Sha'ar Tshuva, but he also wrote a Sefer called Sha'ar Avodah. And in that, the first perek, he speaks about, this is what he says. He says, the first thing you have to know about serving Hashem, you have to know your self-worth. You have to know your self-worth. Why? I don't know my self-worth. I don't know this. If you don't know your self-worth, you know what's going to happen? You need that. You need to be recognized. So as long as you know what you're doing is right, everything like that, so you're giving yourself your own self-respect. If you don't feel that dignity in you, you want it from others. Oh, is he giving me the respect? What does he think of me? That's why you see a lot of people, they're always making sure what everybody's thinking of them. Why? Who cares? Who cares what the person's thinking about it? You don't have the confidence in you to understand, I know my self-worth. You ever see these these rappers and things like that? They act where they want to act because they don't care what anybody says because they know what they have. So they go, you want respect. You don't want respect. I don't need your respect. I know what I'm worth. He knows what he's worth. You understand what I'm saying? Like some people are like that. I know what I'm worth. I know my self-worth. So therefore, he actually becomes like the leader all of a sudden, right? That person becomes the leader. How does he become the leader? Because he knows what he's worth. And he doesn't have to seek the honor of others because he has his self-worth. You understand the psychology of it? But if you don't see inside of you what you yourself are valued at, so you're always looking at other people. Wait, does he value me? 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 Wait, what about him? What about him? What about him? Because you don't feel it in you. And that's a problem within you. There's a problem within you. You have to know your self-worth. You have to know it. And you're going to say, well, what is my self-worth? What am I worth? The very simple thing is, first of all, the fact that you were born, and Hashem says, I'm going to pick you to be born, that already shows that you're worth. You have a self-worth. That means God said, I want you to be here. He could have made you anything. He could have made you, the Chavod Levot says he could have made you a cat. He could have made you a dog. You think Hashem couldn't do that? Hashem could have done that. He could have made you a goy. He could have made you anything. But Hashem said, I'm going to pick you to be this because what? Like we said, I don't know if anybody saw the Daily Dose this past week, but we said over there, it says, Modeh ani lefanecha melech chai v'kayam. We thank Hashem every morning. Shechazarta bi that you gave me back my neshama. Shechazarta bi neshmati bechemla rabba emunatecha. What's rabba emunatecha? Rabba emunatecha means that what? A lot of emunah, which means we had faith in you, God. A lot of emunah that you're going to wake us up tomorrow morning. When we went to sleep, we had a lot of faith in you that you're going to wake us up in the morning. But we said a little knech on that, a pshat on that. What do we say? Means, the way we explain this over here, is that Hashem, you had faith in us. Rabbah, a lot of emunah in us. So you woke us up in the morning knowing if I wake him up, he's going to do so good today. So therefore you had confidence in us. So what's your self-worth? Your self-worth is Hashem believed in you. He believed in you before he put you down to this world that you will become tzaddik. He believed in you. So if God is rooting for me, you think that I won't be able to accomplish what I need to accomplish? Imagine Hashem says, I approve of you. Hashem says, I approve of you. I created you. That means I approve of you. Whoa, that's amazing. The second you feel it, you automatically, your energy and the way you serve Hashem gets to the next level. We had a guy here, I remember he was so down and out. He was very down and out. I'm talking about very, very down and out. Now the guy, he's a budding Talmid Chacham. So I said, how'd you do that? He said, little by little, I understood that I'm a somebody. I understood I'm worth something. So therefore, it helped me grow and grow. That is your inner respect. Good? That is for yourself. But there's something else. And that is respecting other people. Yeah? How do you respect the other person? So I'll tell you a story. Rav Chaim Ozer Grudinsky was walking one time, and an Arab took an orange and threw it at him. And he was walking with somebody, and he looked at the Arab and he says, Toda Rabba. Toda Rabba. So Arab knew only Arabic, so he went over to his Gabbai. He says, what did he say? I want to know, what did he say? I want to know, what did he say? So he says, the Rabbi said, thank you very much. So he says, what? How does it make any sense? How does that make any sense that the Rabbi is telling me, thank you very much? It doesn't make any sense. So he went and he's trying to speak, translating. So he tells the Rabbi tells the Gabbai to explain to him that why he's saying thank you very much, because he says you could have took a rock and thrown it. Instead, what did you do? Took an orange. Thank you very much. True story. There's greatness in the story. You know what the greatness is? And by the way, they say ever since that story, anytime Rav Chaim Ozer Grudinsky walked by, the Arabs stood up for him and gave him the utmost respect. Every single time. The Rabbi Chacham stood up, give him the utmost respect. So it says, why give me the utmost respect? Like, what's going on? Like, what's the depth of the story? What's the greatness of the story? The greatness of the story is that why don't we respect other people? Why not? Why shouldn't you give the most respect to some people? Why? Notice, the people that you hang out the most with, a lot of times, you won't give them the most respect. The people that you see once in a while, oh, I didn't see you in 2 years, what's up, bro? How you doing, my brother? How you doing? I love you, I miss you, this, that. You give them utmost respect. The people that are with you, a lot of times, you see them day by day, the respect is not as much as you see that guy once a year. You say, oh, how you doing? I miss you. What happened over there? What? But why? So I'll tell you. The answer is, a lot of times a person, he'll see, like, why should I respect this guy? I know his negativities. I know his defaults. I know he's this. I know he's that. I know this. I know that. I know that. So automatically, like, he's just like a regular. We respect him for what? Because you see him on the daily. Because you see his negativity sometimes. But you don't understand that he has greatness in him. And our job in life is to see his galut. Not to see his negative. Somebody said you have two eyes. Why do you have two eyes? One to see the positive in others, and one to see the negative in you so you can improve on yourself. Heard that one? When you look, don't look. People use the opposite. They look at themselves, look at me, I'm the greatest guy in the world. And look, everybody's nobody. No, the opposite. You look yourself like, oh, I always got to improve. Okay, feel self-worth, but always feel that you have to always improve. I have a lot to improve in. And with the other eye, you look always positive. Wow, the guy is so good. The guy is this. Always look at the good. See what you can get from that goodness from this person. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like somebody once was saying, when I'll give you an example, and this applies to your whole life. I was filling up. I'll give you an example. I was filling up an urn. It was Shabbat morning, and I came to my house and I was like, I wanted like a nice cup of coffee early in the morning. So I went up. I'm putting the hot water. The hot water urn. The hot water urn. They fill up before Shabbat. They have the water urn. I go. I'm like hot water urn, huh? No water. Honey, you don't put the water. Like, what's going on? How can you don't put the water? You don't know if before Shabbat, Friday, every Shabbat I have to. So I stopped myself. You know what I said to myself? I said, this is great that there's no water. Because now I could see every single Shabbat I had water. Look how great my wife is. Every single time she remembered to put the water. One time she didn't. Okay, look how great. The other person wanted to say, honey, where's the water? You don't understand water? It's like a guy at dinner, right? His wife makes him dinner every night. He's starving one night. He comes home for dinner. He's starving. He's coming in. All of a sudden he's opening up the oven. There's nothing in the oven. He calls his wife, where are you? Where's the dinner? I'm starving. I didn't eat anything all day. I didn't eat lunch today. You don't know what Shovavim? I'm fasting today. You don't know what it is going on. You don't put no dinner. Then he says, whoa, look at the good. Look at the good. Look at the good. Think the opposite. The one time she didn't make me dinner, wow. Think about all the time she made me dinner. Wow. It's a different ball game. You understand what I'm trying to say? If you change your attitude towards the person and you look at him not as negativity, you look at his positivity, then automatically you give him that right respect. And when you do that, by the way, you always got to make sure that person, when you stop interacting with him, that he feels that you gave him the right honor. We're going to be asked in Shamayim, Himlachtet Chavarecha. If you look in Mesechah Berachot, Daf Kav Chet Amud Bet, they asked Rabbi Lazar when he wasn't feeling well. They asked him, tell us what's Orchot Chaim. Tell us the way of life. And you know what he said over there? The Gemara says on Kav Chet Amud Bet, look in Mesechah Berachot. It says, Hizaru b'chvod chaverechem. Be careful with the honor of your friends. That's what do you mean? Be careful. Who cares about my friend? No, you're not understanding you're not understanding who your friend is. Your friend has godliness in him. So therefore, if you don't give him kavod, that means you're not giving Hashem kavod. What do we say? Kadosh, 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 Amonai tzevakot, melo kol haaretz kevodo. Who cares about the kevodo? Because God is everywhere. God is even the person sitting right next to you. Hashem is there. So if you can't see that in him, that means already you have a default in that. You know, it says Rabbi was mechabed ashirim. Rabbi was respected, honored, wealthy people. Now why? So everything, I might get a donation. No, it has nothing to do. Why is he respecting wealthy people? Maybe I can marry his daughter. Maybe I can get a business deal with him. Trust me, nothing's going to happen. You're not going to get a business deal. You're not going to get this. It's not going to happen. How many times do you respect? So why did he respect? For what reason? The answer is, he says, wait 1 second. There's something over here that not everybody has. It's a wealth that not everybody has. This wealth is, wow, tremendous. That's not everybody has. He's not respecting he's respecting what? He's respecting the gift that God gave him. You understand what's going on? When you respect the Tamil Chacham, you have to stand up for the Tamil Chacham. You have to stand up. What are you standing up for? You're standing up because the Torah that he has in him. You're not just standing, he's Tamil Chacham. He has a nice beard, frock, hadid hat. No, you're not standing up for that. You're not standing up for that. What are you standing up for? You have to look deeper in the person. And what's deeper in the person? He's a walking Torah. That's what he is. Tamil Chacham, you know why you're standing for him? I see Gemara Ta'anit in this man. I see Bava Kama here. I see the whole Chumash, he knows Tanakh. I see Mishnayot. That's what I see. That's what I'm standing up for. What am I standing up for? Even the Gemara asks a question. Let's say Tamil Chacham lost all his Torah. Let's say he went senile. Let's say he doesn't remember any Torah. Do you still have to give him the right Gemara? That's a question in the Gemara. Why is that a question in the Gemara? Imagine you have an 85-year-old Tamil Chacham, and if he got his Torah, he's 85, but he learned his whole life. The Gemara says you still have to respect him. You have to give him the kavod. But you say something, whoa, because it's called shivrei luchot. But I'm just saying, there's even a question. Yeah, there's a question. There's no the Torah is not there. Where's the Torah? No, the Torah is there. It's broken, but the Torah is there. You understand what I'm trying to say? So when you're giving kavod, you're looking in the depth of the person. You're not just giving kavod. You're giving kavod. He has Torah. Stand up for the Torah. Standing up for the Mechacham. I gotta stand up. His Torah. Wow. It feels good. Oh wow, everybody's standing up for me. They're standing up for you. I'm standing up for your Torah that you have. If he didn't have Torah, I wouldn't, right? But he has Torah in him. So you look at him in the kavod of the Torah. Ashirut. He has something that most people don't, not everybody has. So Hashem gave him a gift. So I'm respecting that gift. Not because he's rich, because I'm respecting God's gift that he gave him. You understand the depth of it? It's not just giving respect. And then when you understand this lesson, then you'll give respect to everybody, because every single person has a gift that is inside of him that you have to look at the depth of it. So he might not have torah because he's not a Talmid Chacham. He might not have wealth because he's not a wealthy person. But he has other things. He has humility where you don't have that. He's so humble. This person is so humble that you can't even reach his level of humility. So therefore you're obligated to give him kavod because he has that in him. No, but Rabbi, I don't see him. I see it. No, but he's humble. He's a humble guy. Give him the right respect. And therefore when you respect him and after you finish with him, he comes out. The way you have to greet people, the way you have to treat people, the way you have to be done is after you've done the interaction with them, they have to walk away from you saying, wow, this guy really made me feel so good. I know a rabbi in our community, he's like that. Every person that he greets, he speaks, he comes into contact with, they come out like, whoa, it's amazing. I'll never forget, I went to Chaim Berlin once. I went to hear one of the Rush from the Rosh Hashiva, of Aaron Shechter. But I went to one time, I went to Chaim Berlin, I'm sitting there, Chaim Berlin. Now everybody's giving a Chazak Baruch. I gave him Chazak Baruch, he stopped. Ooh, I never saw you before. It was my first time walking in. I never saw you before. What's your name, young man? I felt so good. Like, he has thousands of Talmidim. He remembered, he looks at me. He's looking at me. He's like, you're a Yid. You're a holy neshama. You have godliness in you. How you doing? What's your name, young man? I want to know, because I really know that inside of you there's greatness in you, and therefore, what's your name? I want to know. I felt that feeling. I felt so good after. I said, my name is Yose Palacci. Oh, where do you live? I live here, there's that. Oh, very nice. Come to the yeshiva. Are you part of the yeshiva? No, I'm here for so come be part of the yeshiva. Come learn with it. It was like a whole different vibe. You go out of there like, whoa, what did I just experience? Like, it was an experience. It was like an experience. It wasn't even like a meeting. It was an experience. It was like, wow, what's going on? That's what you have to do when you're respecting others. And guess what? You know what's going to happen? The more you have your self-worth, that you really believe you inside you is greatness, that's how you're going to give more and more and more. Right? That's what it is. Because if you have kavod on your own, you mechabed yourself, if you respect it's deep what I'm telling you. If you respect yourself very, very much, then because you know who you are, you know you have godliness in you, you'll be able to reciprocate, you'll be able to show that respect to everybody else, because you know how much respect I am. Imagine this person, I have to respect that person as well. I'll never forget, I had a roommate. His name's Joey Batty. You know who he is, right? Joey Batty. And in any case, I'll never forget. One time somebody came, he gave him a cake for Shabbat. And I hear him, and he's thanking him, thank you so much. So I feel so honored that he got me the cake. Really, you should be blessed. And he's going on. I was like, Joey, you can say thank you one time. Like, what's it going to be? Like, 15, okay, enough. So he's like, you're right. But look how good I made him feel. Every time I said, thank you very much, I'm so honored that you thought about me. It's so nice of you to bring me. So he said 3, 4, 5 things. And this guy is keep on going and saying, wow, 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 wow. Because you know what? You don't lose anything. When you give other people honor, you don't lose anything. Who is a respectable person? Ezu mechubad. Who is a respectable person? Ha-mechabedet beriot. The one who respects others. The one who respects the briyas. That's a respectable person. Why? Because if he can respect you, that means he knows himself, what's his self-worth. He's automatically respected. You got that? It says, Ezu mechubad. Who is a respected person? Zeh what? When you respect other people. Why? Because how is me giving him respect? How is that I'm respectful? So, you know how people learn it? People say, because if I give you respect, what are you going to do? You're going to give me respect. But now we're not saying that over here. We're saying that if you give him respect, and you respect everybody, you're automatically respected. Why? Because you wouldn't be able to give the kavod out if you didn't know your self-worth. So automatically, even if nobody respects you, you're already a respectable person. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to give the kavod out. Different shot. Different shot. People learn this. Who's a respected person? You respect others. So you know why? You know why you respect us? Since you respect others, everybody's going to respect you. We're not doing that. We're saying, even if no one respects you, the fact that you're respecting everybody else must be that you're a respectable person, because then you wouldn't be able to respect everybody else. Must be you believe in yourself so much, you hold who you are so much, you hold that you're so great, therefore it gives you the ability to respect everybody else. Yeah? It is a little bit confusing. It is a little bit confusing because it's deep. You got to think about it deep. If you don't have the money to help somebody, if a person doesn't have the money to help somebody, so he can't give. But if you have all the money, you can give. If you are a self-respected person, that means you have all the respect in the world, then you can give the respect. Make sense? Makes sense. And now we come back. We asked the question. We said, why is Hashem going ahead and telling Moshe and Aaron, respect Paro, talk to him with respect? Who cares? Who cares? You know why? There's a Gemara Masechet Berachot that says, if you see a king, what's the beracha you make if you see a king? What's the beracha? Shehalak mikvodo lebriotav. That he gave kavod, Hashem gave kavod from his kavod to a bria. You hear what's going on? Huh? To creation. That Hashem shehalak kvodo. That's when you see a what? A Goyish king. If you see a Jewish king, what does it say? Shehalak mikvodo li re'av. Not libriotav. Li re'av, what's the difference?
Re'av is his creation, Re'av is his friend.
Re'av, not with the ayin. Re'av is the ones who fear me. The king, if you see a Jewish king, Hashem gave him the kavod, li re'av, the ones who fear me. Hashem wouldn't give that kavod to this king if he didn't fear Hashem. He fears Hashem so much that Hashem says, I'm going to give you par kavod. So by a king, now it's very simple. We see by a Goyish king, you have to say, Shechalak Kvodol Me'av. You know what that means? That means if Hashem chose Paro, that means he gave Paro something, kavod. He gave it to him. I put him in charge to be king, so therefore, I'm not giving respect to Donald Trump because he's president. No, I'm giving respect because Hashem chose Trump, this person, to be Kivachol, the president. So I'm giving respect for that gift, the extra gift that nobody has. But I know that God gave it. So I'm giving respect to Hashem by respecting him. I'm giving respect to Paro, not to Paro himself. He's a Rashad. The guy's making us suffer. I'm going to give him respect. You're giving him, you're going in depth. The depth is you're giving Paro honor because you're seeing how much Hashem gave him uniqueness of kavod. Shechalak mikvodo libriotav. So that's why you're giving him. When you're giving him honor, you're giving Hashem honor, and that's every single person. When you're honoring your friend, you're honoring God, and that's the lesson tonight. Have a great night.